Look at that temperature. That's crazy. 55, 56 degrees. Whew. Tell you what, my friend Weekend Wanderer up there in New York State, I feel your pain. It's freezing here too. We don't have that 14 inches of snow in the driveway, but it's freezing here too. The suffering's still real. Matter of fact, it's supposed to get down into the 30s tonight, maybe 35. I wanted to announce the new prep of the month, since it's the middle of the month. And first I want to say thank you for everyone who responded to my video about a new intro and outro. I heard you loud and clear. The votes were overwhelmingly in favor of leave this shit alone and don't bother me again. So that's pretty much what I did. No, there was a small contingent of people who wanted me to make that crap shorter. So I have made that crap a little shorter and then left it alone, and I won't bother you again. Thank you again for your input. Now, prep of the month. I know it's already the middle of March, it's the 14th, and I haven't announced the prep of the month. I'm sorry, I'm a bad person. But I am ready to announce it now, and it is defending your perimeter. In particular, what I want to talk about are some considerations, not all by any means, it's a deep subject, but in an SHTF situation, in any kind of WROL type environment where, and that's going to be a slippery slope. We're not necessarily talking about, boom, there's been an EMP and we're all in the 19th century all of a sudden. But we're talking about possibly a slippery slope where you have to be concerned about your safety, where maybe going out beyond your home and your perimeter is not a good idea, and being concerned about keeping what is yours. Some of the things you can do to defend that. One thing I want to talk about today is dogs. And when I say dogs, I don't mean those little things that hide in your purse when you go to Target. I mean dogs, you know, real dogs, outside dogs. Dogs can be of use even if they are not trained. And I would imagine most people, even if they think they have trained dogs, they don't have trained dogs. Unless you're going to actually have military and police quality dogs with military and police quality training, your dogs are going to be a defensive tool in a WROL or SHTF situation. Say hi, Luke. Now here's what Luke is good at. Luke is good at hearing the UPS or FedEx man coming down the road. I live at the end of a private drive, dead end road. He knows somebody's coming in a car, in a vehicle, probably 3 to 4 minutes before they actually get here. And he lets me know. The problem is he goes off duty at dark. He goes around and gets in his igloo and he don't hear crap. So in the daytime, having the dogs where they can, you know, come around and get around into the yard and hear what's going on is great. But at nighttime, what are you going to do? Dogs are very much like us, and they go to bed too. One thing you could do is have multiple dogs, and at night chain them up alone in specific places. Now that may sound cruel, and in normal times maybe it would be, but in an SHTF or WROL situation, I think it's a good idea. So let's say we're in that kind of situation, and old Luke here, he thinks it's time to go off duty. He's been out all day. If he heard anything coming, he would bark. And he does really a good job at that. But at nighttime, as I said, he goes off duty. But if I took old Luke over here toward the road, and I gave him a little, you know, maybe not the igloo because that's a very insulated thing, but if I gave him something to get under, get out of the wind, and get out of the rain, and I put him on a chain so that he was right here by the road, then I would have an alert if somebody came down that road during the night. I'm not saying I could go to bed and not worry about things, but I would have one more set of ears, a really good set of ears, listening out for trouble. If you have multiple dogs, which I would suggest in this kind of situation, you could put them in different places. Once again, dogs are like people. You need to separate them so that they'll do their job. You let them hang out together and they goof around. Chain these dogs up at night, I guess, in the avenues of approach towards your defensive perimeter, so that if they hear something, they let you know. Why? Because they're probably scared. They hear something in the dark, they don't know what it is, they're going to start barking because they're scared. They're going to let you know, and that's what you want to happen. So basically, it's probably a good idea to have a couple of these type of dogs around, 3 or 4 maybe, and post them at the edges of your perimeter at night so they're scared to the last, will let you know if somebody's coming.